Hi, Meow. Hi. How's a mouse? You my babies. You my babies. Yeah. Poke bowl from Hy-Vee. These are fucking delicious. Yum, right? Fuck me up. I'm ready. Let's do this. Here's the sushi, or the tuna, and you know, the salmon. And then we got our seaweed salad and avocado, and there's usually edamame and the, you know, the carrots, and it's so good. And then underneath it is the sushi rice, so then you can like pick where you want from. So let's do like, I get some of the rice visible, and then you take some of that and you get it. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm just like fucking, I don't know. I'm in the weirdest mood lately because, I mean, it's obviously depression. Duh. Because it's so like strange. It's not like I'm even necessarily like sitting here and I'm super sad about something. Like, it's like subconsciously. And it's just weird. Like, I'm not, like, I don't feel the urge to sit here and cry. I am more emotional, but I also have to keep in mind that my hormones are insane right now because of whatever is going on chemically with the Lupron leaving and the Depo-Provera going in, and my pituitary gland being completely shut down for the last year, and then like sort of coming back on, but like not, but kinda, and then like the ovaries are like, whoa, what's going on? Are we doing stuff? Are we not? It's a lot. And then on top of it, she found a mass, and like, I don't know, is it at the forefront of my mind? I don't think so, but I think it probably is contributing to a lot of this, and it's just not like an active thought, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. There's so much going on all the time. Even just to like exist, because I'm in pain all the time, and so I'm so focused on like just not falling over, to be totally honest. Sometimes that's all I'm doing, is I'm just standing there like, just keep standing, girl, you got this. And then it's like, okay, one step, another step, great, you're doing it. Okay, you gotta talk to a person, say the things you need to say, get that fake smile. All right, oh, we got through that. All right, now let's go walk over here. All right, sit down, but don't make it look like you're dying too much, because just don't. And then you sit down, and it's just, oh my God, like, everything is like a thought. Like, every time I move or do something, I think about it, because it's so much more, like, I feel it so much more than the average person. Like, my entire central nervous system is fucked. That's your whole body. And then on top of it, all of my connective tissue is fucked. Again, that's my whole body. And my brain doesn't work the right way either. It's misfiring. Like, why? Jeez. I'm really tired, to be totally honest. Just tired. Like, for those of you who have a similar illness or whatever, or like can relate to what I'm saying, To you, it's like, yeah, totally, I understand that. Yeah, oh, me too, you know? Because I've watched other people's videos and I'm like, ugh, yeah, that shit sucks, like, dang. But I know for other people, like, I know you can't grasp it, even slightly. And so it just sounds like, well, that's gotta be exaggerated. Because it's like, how could somebody truly be thinking about every single move that they're making? And like, how could it could it really be that? Like, it can't actually be like all the time, because how could you live like that? You couldn't survive like that. You'd go crazy. Blah blah blah, or like whatever. And I get it, because it probably does sound crazy. And guess what? It's 'cause it is. It's not normal. You're not supposed... this is not how your body's supposed to run. We're very aware of that. I know this is not correct. It doesn't feel correct either. But it's what I'm working with. I don't know. Yeah, I'm so tired. Every single day, regardless of how much I do, even if it's just existing and laying in bed all day, it's exhausting. Because I have to get up and like let the animals out and go to the bathroom and feed myself in some capacity. And even just doing that is like, oh, it's so painful. It's so painful. I don't know. I just wish that there was a way for people who don't suffer from like a disease or of any kind, like a mental illness of some sort, especially like a personality disorder, like extreme major depression, panic attacks, chronic pain. Like, I wish there was just a way for people to be able to like sit in a chair and like feel what somebody feels like if you had whatever it is. And then you'd be like, whoa, that was insane. Like, I don't want that to ever, I'm never doing that again. I hated that, you know? I would do it too. I would want to go in there. I would want to know what other people feel like that are going through other things so that I could relate to them better. You know, I didn't know that I was sick my entire life until it was like way too late, and I'm just horrible. And so I don't know, like I was always in pain, and I honestly remember seeing one of like the very first fibromyalgia commercials, and one of my actual thoughts was, okay, fibromyalgia. I'm like, I'm in pain all the time too. Everyone is in that much pain. Like, fibro, okay. Nah, bitch. Not everyone is in that much pain. That's what I thought. I thought everyone woke up and was achy and creaky and would get really tired. Bella, stop. Would get, oh my God, you need to move then. You know, I just thought people always experience like random times where you'd be way too tired to do anything. and like experienced random pains everywhere. I just told myself, I was like, well, I don't really understand how my body keeps itself running anyways, so I'm sure just like certain parts just kind of like break down every once in a while, and like you gotta rest it. Because no one talks about, like, I didn't learn about chronic illness when I was in fucking school. Like, why would I know anything about that? I was a fucking idiot teenager, or like 13, 12, like, what the fuck would, no. I was not thinking, oh, I must have a chronic illness. No, I just thought that was normal. That was my normal, so I just assumed that was what was going on with everyone. And you don't just sit there and like, I don't know, at 10 be like, guys want to talk about how we're in pain all the time? Like, no. You're playing Barbies and whatever. Like, it never came up until I hurt myself. And then I had muscle spasms for 6 months, which was my first, like, official hardcore flare. And then it was like, I was in pain all the time. My back was never the same again. But then it started to be like, people thought it was for attention or for drugs or for whatever it may be. But then I started having my mental illness shine through, if you want to say it that way. And that kind of became the forefront of what we were going to try and like make better in me. Because at the time, yes, my mental illnesses were way worse than my physical ailments, because I would still have pain, but it wasn't like the way it is now. Like, I would get sore if I did too much, or like very randomly, like I'd have really bad days where my back just fucking killed. But it wasn't the way that it is now. I was still like pretty freaking active for a while. But it just like continued to get worse. So, but like I said, so when it first came about, it wasn't all the time, and my mental illness was at the forefront, and was for like quite a while, until I was like 19, 20, no, I was 20, when I started having like weird heart palpitations and stuff like that, and started going in and seeing an internist, and having like, I had a Holter monitor and stuff like that. Like, I had costochondritis and didn't know it, but makes total sense when you have fibromyalgia and hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos. And I still suffer from it, but it's not dangerous. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I thought I was having heart attacks though, because that's what it feels like. It mimics a heart attack. So we were at the ER a lot, and it was always fine. They found some like random anomaly, very, very, very randomly, but they were like, it's just a strange offbeat every once in a while. And I was like, okay. But it started to make me look like I was crazy, because I would say I had all this stuff going on, and I was in a lot of pain, and no one was able to find anything. But when I was 16, I did start having ovarian cysts. I had to have surgery. So that kind of stuff all came up at the same time. And then a couple of years after that, my dad was diagnosed with factor V Leiden, and then I was diagnosed with factor V Leiden. And that's when, like, I don't know, all hell broke loose on my lady bits. And yeah, I don't know. But I didn't get diagnosed with endometriosis until last year. So for 11 years I went misdiagnosed, or just, well, not misdiagnosed, because I do have ovarian cysts, but I don't know. They didn't catch the endometriosis. It took 28 years to be, or 27 years to be diagnosed with, basically 28. 28 years to be diagnosed with hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos, and 23 years to be diagnosed with fibromyalgia, misdiagnosed and undiagnosed for 13 years. Yeah. It's been fun. When you're in chronic pain for 14 years, I don't think there's a way to like not have times like this where you're just so over it that it's like, I don't know, it's just fucking like, you don't have words for it. It's just so fucking annoying. You're like, yeah, we get it. Like, just for one fucking second, can I just like, just one second, I want to not feel my entire fucking body and just be. What would make me happy is if I just had, like, if I could have a single wish, but I couldn't, like, change the illnesses that I have, but I could have a wish. Like, I couldn't wish to not have fibromyalgia anymore. I would just wish for one day where I didn't feel pain. Ugh. And it was boring. I didn't feel pain and nothing bad happened. And only good stuff happened. You know? Just like a boring ass day. I've never experienced that. I don't know what that's like, but it sounds really nice. It sounds like a vacation. Where nothing is wrong and you don't feel any pain and you just sit there and you're like, man, life is boring. Oh my God. Sounds like heaven. I'm just over it. I'm sick of missing out on stuff. I miss my kid when she's not here, and I hate that that's even a thing, that she can't be with me all the time. And when she is with me, that I like can't just get up and go play with her. She's a young mom, and I am like worse than my mom. Like, I'm literally the grandma. And I hate it. Like, that's by far the worst part. I missed a lot of time with her after I was first diagnosed because I really freaked out and went off the deep end. Because my pain was just too much, and my best friend had just died, like, right after she was born. And then that next year I was diagnosed with fibro. And I missed time with her. And even then, when I did have her, and I was going to the pain clinic, and they were putting me on gabapentin and Lyrica, and I was a zombie. You know, they made me try it for a certain amount of time, and I was a zombie, and I, like, don't have memory of that time with my kid. And I'm never gonna get it back. You know, she's never gonna be that young again. And yes, I do have, like, tons of pictures and videos and stuff, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like I lose a lot of time, and I just lose so many experiences and, like, celebrations or just anything. Not because I don't want to be there. You know, it's not my decision. Some days I can't. I cannot be there. I just don't feel like doing this at the moment. I just don't. I don't want to feel like garbage. Just literally just like 2 seconds.